Ladies, gentlemen, one and all, welcome to Dawn of War Soulstorm Unification once again. Today, we are taking a look at, if you cannot tell from the rather diseased-looking individual on the front screen here, the Death Guard. But first, a few notices. Number one, this is, as I said, beta content. Please note, I cannot give this out to anybody. I am merely a tester and showcasing the current state of the mod. So please don't ask for a link because I will not be providing it. Second of all, as it is obviously beta, it is currently a work in progress. There may be bugs, bits that are unbalanced, etc., etc. Number 3. Due to a incident, I'm not entirely sure how I managed it. I think it involved some sort of screen wash, because I normally use screen wash when I'm filling up my car. I seem to have caused myself some damage. I don't know how the fuck I got it into my mouth in the first place. I think some splashed up and it hit a sort of just in front of my front teeth, that little sort of almost like a line of skin, and I've got a really, really painful blister in front of it. So I don't know if that's what caused it, but it seems somewhat coincidental. So yes, my mouth is very sore at the moment, so I apologise if my voice is not quite up to scratch. And fourth, due to the way the Death Guard are structured, I am actually going to do a brief explanation bit first. You may be able to tell by the fact that this video is indeed chaptered, much like the Death Guard. So, yes, I'm going to hop into a brief game in the sandbox mode. I'm going to explain the chapters, and then we are going to get into a real game. So, I am probably going to have to stitch that together in post. We'll see. So if the video looks slightly weirder than usual, that's because of my complete inexperience with video editing software. So, now that I've wasted 3 minutes, let's get into the chapters, shall we? And see what's going on. Alrighty then. So, I've just hopped into a sandbox game, and now we get a nice look at the HQ building. It's a lot of the buildings are still being made. I have cranked it up to the highest detail level, just so as you can sort of see it in all its glory. I'm going to stick it back on medium when it comes to the actual match itself, because I don't trust it to not crash on high oh god damn it, game paused, settings. But well, anyway, yes, so you can choose a as it says in the text there, company specialization. I just call it company. So you can select either the Harbingers, the first plague company, the Inexorable, the second plague company, third Mortarian's Anvil even. The fourth company is the Wretched. The fifth plague company is the Poxmongers. The sixth plague company is the Ferryman of the Fly. And the seventh plague company, Mortarian's Chosen Sons. Now, each one of these has a specific plague that is associated with it, which your commanders will sort of give off in an AoE. So, for example, the first plague company give you the Shamble Rod aura, which is basically a damage over time effect. You have the Inexorable second plague company, which gives you Ferric Blight aura, which decreases the armor. and also means that your vehicles can drain life from nearby enemies. Mortarian's Anvil, very much the defensive faction, I'd say, or company even. They decrease the weapon range of nearby enemies, which is particularly useful if you are going for a more melee-focused build, or are generally using shorter-ranged units. You also have the fourth plague company, which I believe, there we go. Sorry, I'm kind of reading this text as I'm spouting this off. Decreases range and melee resistance of nearby enemies. Basically, your units will do more damage to them. The 5th Legion is, well, it's just a morality buff. It could be useful versus something like Guard, I suppose, that have very low base morale, at least at the beginning of the game. I can see that also being effective versus the Legion of the Damned, but I haven't actually tried it versus them yet. The Ferryman of the Fly, 6th Plague Company, give you a movement speed debuff to nearby enemies, and the Chosen Sons, 7th Plague Company, give you a fuck you, you're not in cover anymore debuff to nearby enemies. So that's what each of the plagues do. But each of these companies do have units associated with them. So, for example, the Harbingers here, very focused on zombies. So they can get plague zombies, which are, as you can imagine, zombies. They don't tend to die very easily. And should they actually manage to get Typhus out, then he can buff them. Because yes, the Harbingers get access to Typhus. So far, I would say the Harbingers are my favourite company thematically. The Inexorable, they're more focused around your sort of mechs. And as you can probably tell by the fact that their vehicles also give out an aura. So they get the Plague Reaper and the Pestilent Land Raider relic units. Did I mention what? No, the Harbingers. The Harbingers get the Pestilent Land Raider as well, and the Plague Tower and Mortarion. There we go. Oh, got those. So yes, Mortarian's Anvil. Like I said, very much the defensive company. It increases the attack range and the health of turrets, which in survival mode is pretty hilarious. It's not quite as broken as it was in the original release. In the original release of this, like the first beta version, it basically nothing could get near them. It was a little silly, but that has been sorted now. It also unlocks the grenade launcher, apparently. I should have to put that in the bug document. That's a UCS error there, just ignore that. That'll be fixed. And it gives you the Plague Reaper. The Trivihelios, which is it's basically a Land Raider Whirlwind, the hybrid. And it also gives you the Pestilent Land Raider. Or Pustulant, sorry. The Wretched, that's the demon-focused company. They actually start the game, like normally, when you select a company, anyone but the 4th will give you access you're not melting. Well, that's good, because, actually, I've got plenty of requisition. I can replace you easily. Yes, you will get the Temple of Disease, which allows you to build your basic infantry, your plague marines, and things like that. Now, the fourth company actually allows you to build demons first. So that means you tend to go for a more cultist demon early game. And it also gives you access to blight drones, which I haven't used myself yet. I do need to check those out eventually. They can get the plague zombies as well, but they don't get typhus, I don't believe. So you don't get the buffed plague zombies, unlike the Harbingers. And as their relic unit, they get the Great Unclean One. Funny how the demon-focused faction gets a Greater Uncleaned One. Couldn't see that coming. Anyway, the fifth plague company, they are... I'm not really sure how to describe them. They're kind of like... Demon Engine and... almost like an apothecarian style. But, yeah, they get... Yeah, increases health of defilers, blight drones, biologus the healing sort of people, and the foul blight spawn. So yeah, they're sort of like your demon engines and your mutations and stuff like that. It even says actually in the first bit of the text, so I could have just read that. Anyway, sixth plague company, Ferryman the Fly. They are the I mean, I'm guessing these are from the lore, so I'm going to say in the lore. They are the more airborne. They're like the, all their ships and things like that get them from planet to planet. However, obviously Dawn of War is not Battlefleet Gothic, so, it more affects their Terminator units. So you can actually get quite a lot of Terminators out with the Ferryman of the Fly, and in it they also get the Trophy Helios and the Pustulant Land Raider. Quite a lot of companies get the Pustulant Land Raider, because, you know, they would have had Land Raiders in the Horus Heresy after all, so, you know, it makes sense that it's in a lot of the companies. And finally, Mortarian's Chosen Sons, the seventh plague company. Plague brewers and alchemists, apparently, according to the first line of the text. They, yeah, any plague weapons get a massive increase in damage. And that can be pretty amusing as well. I've not messed around with the plague weapons that much. I think the only one it doesn't affect are the plague missiles, which you can get for your havocs later down the line. But with that company, you do get, obviously, Mortarion, and you'll get the Pustulant Land Raider. So yeah, there's a lot of variety to the way that that you can play the Death Guard. Well, I say there's a lot of ways that you can sort of... There's different tweaks to the playstyle, I think is the best way to put it. Because, obviously, every single one of these is not a new tech tree in itself. It only changes part of the tech tree, such as what relic units you unlock. And it gives buffs to certain units, or unlocks extra weapons in the case of Mortarian's Anvil for the cultists. Or the cut lists, as it says here. I shall put that in the bug document with the grenade launcher. Anyway. So, good for you. Now I have wasted 12 minutes. I think it's time to move on to an actual game. Alrighty. Let's go. And let's not crash. And let's choose a company. I chose Harbingers. Because, well, why not? Now, Death Guard, being the slow individuals they are, them and big maps. I'm sure it does. I'm going to turn that down now. Yes, being the slow people they are, big maps for them is a little bit of a weakness. So hopefully this one should be alright. Don't get me wrong, it's navigatable. They got access to rhinos, so, you know, it's not the end of the world. But, yes. Alright. And yes, the cultists do all have shotguns. This is as strong as you would imagine. What happened to that other heretic? I'm sorry, Poxwalker Slave. Ugh. I hate noble things. And it's not just because I'm more of a Zinch person. I just don't like being ill in general. Slow iron Xenos. This is not going to plan. Run! Cultists can be strong, but they need to be firing at the right target. A warlock is, sadly, not the right target. Are they going to chase me all the way back to my base? What a dick. And what are you... Are you still trying to target down the warlock? Ugh, idiot. No. Who's going to win? Two cultist squads or... Nope. Nope. Fuck off. Yeah, cultists can be strong sometimes, but their damage values seem very, what's the word? Ooh, there's chaos. Yeah, the damage values are a bit sort of like hit and miss. I mean, they're using shotguns, so I don't know what you expect. Like, here they seem to be doing very little damage to the Guardians, all things considered. Whereas against some factions, they can like rip and tear their way through a lot of their basic infantry. Alright. I need a gift repository. I need that for my tier up as well, so... Let's boost. Alright, Chaos Lord should, or Plague Lord should be able to deal with this relatively easily. Yeah, they're, plus he's got that, health drain aura as well, so... The Guardians are not going to be having a good day. Let's grab a poison marker just in case they decide to come up that ramp. Because there are obviously 3 factions over here. Speaking of... Fine. Toddle along. There is no one here. Stupid orc. Can you even infect a mushroom? I mean, I know there's that infected mushroom guy that does, like, music, but... Ooh, I attract their attention. Excellent. Nope, cancel that. And I think the listening post is going to go down, which is a bit annoying. Get Plasma pistols. Come on, gather round, my lord. Be a fool. Not a bunch of fools. Probably shouldn't get that, actually. Should tear up. Where are you going? Okay, we got a plasma pistol. That's something. Use your ability on yourself for some healing. So yes, he has an ability to basically heal himself. I mean, it's Nurgle after all. It would be a little bit disappointing if they were not resilient in some way, shape or form. Trot along now. He's nearly back to full health. I know what I'm doing, I swear. Might actually be able to get some plague zombies at this point. I have a fair amount of requisition. Let's grab some assault plague marines. Go away! What have I ever done to you? Okay, a band took out one of your fellow craft worlds in multiple bits of media, actually, I think. But yes, this is a little bit silly. Luckily, Plague Marines versus Guardians, well, they're not long for this world, let's put it that way. Especially with the plasma guns. The plasma guns are really strong. I'm not sure if they're supposed to be that strong. It's a conversation to have in the testing room. Oh, was that that's some raptors trying to murder my point. I have lost a slave somewhere. Kill the raptors. Kill the cultists. I'm not losing my critical location to 3 goddamn cultists. How are we doing? Okay, you can go and repair that. Oh, off you go. And another squad as well. How adorable. Well, I've got 4 plasma guns, and I've got an assault plague marine squad who's I really like their they use 2 plague swords. Well, I'm guessing they're plague swords anyway. It's some sort of rusty knives. Oh wow, the Farseers go now really quickly. Yeah, they're just wielding their melee weapons, so you know, I'm very much a fan of that. Oh, of course. We'll leave the zombies in there for now. Let's get the 2 resilience upgrades so that we can tank more damage. And they explode on death. I very much enjoy that. So, the Assault Marines, they can get a Great Cleaver, a bubotic axe. It's a fancy name there. That just poisons people. And then they get the Mace of Contagion, which is like an anti-armor weapon. And, it's pretty strong, actually, last I checked. We'll find out shortly. Let's grab more. That. Right. Cultists, take that. I'm actually half tempted to go and take out one of these factions now, but I don't want to go too far from my base. I've got the zombies to defend should I need it, and I can make some turrets. lucky I said that, although that's only one slugger boy. I admire your enthusiasm, but I don't think you're going to get much done. Oh, never mind, you've teleported another boy in. Okay, fair enough. Does that mean the orcs are getting trounced? It could very well do. I think, yeah, even with the... I think my cultists should have this? I don't know. Oh, if they go into range while in melee, then yes, they will, my cultists have it. Alright. Grab that. Have I lost my... No, I haven't. It probably would have been faster if I just moved my people away. Plasma pistol. Look how much damage they're doing to that raptor. Ooh, are they going to try and capture that? Did you just activate that before you try and capture something? Look how much damage the shotguns can do. It's, yeah, it's pretty amusing. A raptor's going to lose to cultists. Good. If so, that is absolutely hilarious. I think we might be able to just out-reinforce them. Don't get me wrong, they aren't the most resilient things in the army. I mean, well, obviously not their cultists, but you could probably just out-reinforce a small squad like this. Okay, that's pretty funny. Right. Havocs, please. I see Nurgle does not really care for the Imperial Guard.
Nurgle smiles on us, yes.
Inexorable advance. I wonder if that... It says all infantry. I wonder if that affects cultists as well. May very well do. Alright. Orcs, 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 orcs are about to die. I hope. Once we get the Havocs up properly. Also, I want that relic. Even though I've already got a relic. I just don't want them to have it. Damn it. Get the Havocs up here so we can blow up their buildings. Oh, that's an army. Yep, that's an army. I should not have attacked this area yet. That's Plague Marines. That's a problem. Okay. What is your beef, seriously? Oh, that's a lot of orcs. If only I had, you know, really tanky infantry that could quite easily defeat this rabble. Okay. Yeah, they're definitely going to charge me, so let's delay them. Get another plague horde out. Or zombie horde. Alright, the zombies here are not going to do much. I'm not going to lie. Do you mind? No, you can fuck off now. There's 4 of them left. Okay. If the Wraith Lord's just going to do that, then I'm just going to use them to attack with Guardians or something, I don't know. There we go, infect them with everything. To the Rangers. I'm expecting to lose that point. Yes, I did. Oh dear. Get a Bane Pit. We need some vehicles. We've lost a lot of our assault units. And sadly, by the time the Havocs get over here, they're, the Eldar have kind of buggered off. Which is about right. Alright. Back we go then. And another Plague Sword, or not, because I can't afford it. Ooh, that one didn't actually die. Sadly, you cannot actually reinforce them. You have to rely on the resurrect mechanic. Which, sadly, it's just that one left. The lone zombie. We shall call him Sonny. Sonny the zombie. How dare you make yourself invulnerable? That's my job. And some corn berserkers that really aren't long for this world. Congratulations, you did precisely nothing. Alright, let's get a rhino. I can't actually remember how many units a rhino holds. There was an attempt. Shut up. Oh, I'm actually down to one Hogswalker slave again. Alright, let's get bloated rhino to pick up the Havocs. So how many can I fit in a rhino? Just one. That's a shame. Guess we're getting a second. I was kind of hoping for two, but... ah well. Actually, seems though the Eldar are proving to be the the biggest threat at the moment. It might be worth getting them down first. Now, what was the detection unit? I cannot remember. I think it was the thing made at the tree thing. A feculent Gnarlmore. Yes, Nurgle is indeed planting his own garden in the mortal world. It's basically a damage over time to all nearby things, and it can spawn blight flies, I believe they're called. It can also spread itself after a certain length of time. Ooh, that actually increases the damage of Caldaris. Right, are we about ready? Alright, let's get some flies. Yeah, sadly the line of sight for the Death Guard units is generally quite low. So getting the flies is normally pretty useful. Ooh, careful, 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 careful. I suppose we're going to have to charge in while we wait for the fly. Go on, Sonny! Get him! Sonny's dead. It matters not, there are plenty more corpses to make plague zombies out of where that came from. I mean, this is the 41st millennia. If you remember the tagline, there is only war. Now, where are those goddamn flies? I can't actually see them because they don't have a model, technically. They do have a model, it's just sort of like flies, but it's really hard to tell them out against the background. Which, well, kind of annoying. What can you do? Oh, the Eldar are basically dead at this point. Okay, well, we'll take those positions then. Okay, the rhinos apparently aren't very tanky. Kind of ironic when you think about it. I should probably tear up as well. Get a dreadnought. Let's not get a dreadnought because I can't afford it. That's the Eldar gone. excellent. How very disease-like. Goes after the weakened... Wait, where's the... Oh, there they are. Will you shut up? You're supposed to be a Plague Lord, not a Chaos Lord. No, his lines, his idle lines haven't been changed yet.
Let me die.
Let's get a Tribulation Mound, I think. Sadly, I cannot show you the Scourge Incubator. That's got a... that's one of the other buildings that's done. So, yes, sadly I can't show that off. Where are those flies? Have they died? Oh, they probably died. Nope, there's one there. Those cultists are doing some damage. That's a shame. Oh look, we can detect them now. Now you're dead. Congratulations, you suck. Sadly, there's not a way to see what your company, like after you've chosen them, what your company specialises in, just in case you've forgotten, because you're very much like me and have the memory of a sieve. If only there was a video I could watch to tell me what the companies did. Oh wait, I'm recording it now. Technically, I've already recorded the company's bit, but I don't know. Yeah, we'll stick to the Mace of Contagion, I think, for these. Now, we have two choices. We've got the Sigil of Decay Bearer or the Icon of Despair Bearer. Now, one of them, that being the Sigil of Decay, makes enemies more vulnerable to ranged attacks, and the Icon of Despair makes units more vulnerable to close range attacks, so melee attacks. You can only get two of them, so you can have one of each, you can have one or the other, or you can have... Oh, those are the two same... those are the same things. You can tell it's getting late. Anyway, yes, or you can get two of the same. I don't know which I'm going to go for, to be honest. Will you stop attacking my Scourge generator, damn it? I'm going to put a turret over there as well. I can't. The thing is, I don't want to put it too... yeah, it needs a control zone, this one, doesn't it? Virulent rounds. That's basically poisoned rounds. And if we can increase would be useful. Let's get a cesspit. Right. Unfortunately, the Vacant Null mains don't last forever. They do eventually die. I'm not sure how long the lifespan is. I mean, the last number that was thrown around was 900 seconds, but that was back at the very, very start, so it might have been changed by now. Yeah, cultists can't get any heavy weapons except unless they go for third company. But that doesn't really matter as much because they are still pretty, oh yeah, there's the Terminators. Yeah, it doesn't really matter too much because they are pretty potent on their own. Let's get Plague Wars. You might as well attach to one of the melee. What on earth are you doing? Did I ask you to go down there? Probably, but that's beside the point. Oh, of course. Alright. What's going on over here? A Defiler is going to attack my base, and I have, for some reason, my rhinos decided that the best thing to do would be to go right into the lines of the enemy. That sounds about right. So, the Death Guard's version of the Frenzy ability that they get, that the Chaos get, is Nurgle's Touch, which is basically a... it increases their armor, and... what else? It's slower speed, isn't it? Yeah, lower speed. I'm not sure what that Defiler's doing. Makes me a bit preoccupied. Also, did you just use obliterators to capture a critical location? Are you mental? There are so many better things they could have been doing at that point. We are losing Havocs because I had to put them like right in the fray. Because my rhinos decided to be stupid. Whee! Smack. Right. Typhus the Traveller. Okay, who just died? Well, obviously we're going to get Mortarion. That Defiler has just died to an anti-infantry turret. Well done. I've lost my dreadnoughts. That's kind of annoying. Get auto cannons. I've got melee infantry. You don't. If you have melee infantry, you tend to not want the what are they called? I've forgotten the name of them. Oh yeah, the AoE things. Anything AoE. Charge! Can they defeat the zombies before the zombies get to them? As it turns out, no. No, they can't. And now the zombies are resurrecting. So, screw you. Basically, that's the general gist of that. That Defiler is a bit confused about how to attack melee infantry. Defiler has been defiled. Oh, they teleporting right into my base. If so, that's real. Where'd they go? They're over there. Zombies, go! No! God damn it! Problem is, I'm not going to be able to get my zombies close enough. Bit typhus. Alright. I think we are pretty much done here. Kill the cultists, and down goes them. I'm not sure what that zombie's doing. What can I say? Zombies have never been the smartest of creatures. Right, so that leaves just 2 opponents.
No more. Great-grandfather Nurgle wishes.
A Blight Lord champion, you say? They're Decour. Okay. That's another one for the bug doc. Why does that voice style remind me of something? I don't know. But anyway, something else that the Death Guard have. I don't know who was victorious over here, so I'm a little concerned. But yeah, something else that they have is that they can... come on. Give me Mortarion. Those are the orcs, of course. They can get different styles of apothecary. So you've got the apothecaries themselves, the plague surgeons. You've got the noxious Blightbringer, which is a increases the moving speed of the squad. Although I have seen a report saying that the noxious Blightbringer's actual movement speed is really slow, and it actually ends up being a movement speed decrease because the squad obviously goes to match his speed. Okay, that gun wagon is going to be a right pain in the arse. What happened to my other zombies, by the way? You know, it's probably quick to just train a new one, you know. Okay, this is going to be problematic. The orcs got a lot of new stuff in this version, so I'm a little concerned as to their potency, as you can see. Yes, we are getting murdered. Plague Burst Crawlers. Summon my... Oh god, Typhus is getting wrecked. Run! Yeah, my army is, I think, pretty dead. Kind of ironic, given the name of the faction. Here comes the rest of the army. Summon the zombies. Summon the zombies everywhere. Where's Mortarion? There you are. Unfortunately, he's not a fast individual, despite having wings. Careful, Typhus. Use Mercenary Pestilence to hopefully give yourself a bit more tankiness. I think he's going to die, but I'm not sure. Mortarion, get him! Use your scythe. Where's Typhus? There we go. Use that pestilence thing on him. That healing thing on him. Yeah, it's I need more. Oh, god damn it, the Plague Burst Crawler went over there. Ooh, I think we might actually have this. I think we spammed enough zombies to, yeah, I think we sort of held them long enough to, keep them from, doing too much. Oh, Mortarion's confused. Hello! He looks so cool. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like the Death Guard. Well, I don't like Nurgle stuff. I like this Death Guard mod, but yeah, I don't normally like Nurgle stuff. But Mortarion with his scythe, yeah, I'm quite happy with his look there. Oh, what's going on here? The Plague Burst Crawler is doing more damage to my own zombies than it is the actual enemies. Yeah, of course. So the Plague Burst Crawler is basically artillery. Some desecrators. Now the zombies, because of Typhus's aura, should do more damage to buildings. Because that's kind of how they're set up. But, yes. So, with that, it's always a very... hey, no, there we go. We're going all over the place. Hey, there we go. Right. So, yes, very angry looking chappy there. Kind of look like mummies with this colour scheme. But, yes. It's Typhus the Traveller. Once again with his scythe. I wish Tzeentch had scythes. It makes sense that they don't, because, you know, they're sort of more of a different style of faction. They're inspired by a different culture, but I don't know. Whereas the Death Guard are more inspired by, you know, well, death. Was there any... Was there any in world history any faction that used, or country that used scythes? I don't know. It'd be interesting to know. Anyway, yes. So I'm going to now hop into another dev game, and I'll show off some of the models that I did not show off. Hopefully. Okay, so I've hopped into a game quickly and brought as many units as I could. I say that, I've not actually brought half the units, but yes. Anyway, yes. So say hello to the Plague Tower of Nurgle. It's a horrible-looking thing. Ugh. Then you got Dreadnought there, you got the Whirlwind, you've got the Plague Burst Crawler, obviously you've got the Blight Drone, which you may be very familiar with, Death Shroud Terminators. It's the Death Shroud, isn't it? Yes, it is. Why are you talking like that? But anyway, yes. They have scythes, so that means they are automatically cool. Got the other type of Terminator here, that's name I can't remember. Blight Lord Terminator. There we go. Those are the ones. The Predator, which is again, you may be quite familiar with it. A very he looks like a Cyclops. Very, very, don't know. He's not exactly an angry Cyclops, is he? He's more just like, ugh, what, you mean I have to go out and do all this again? Oh, fine, I guess I'll do it. But anyway, so we got the Havocs. We have the, you know what, you're starting to get annoying now, so you're just going to mysteriously explode. Anyway. Have the, Chosen Plague Marines. With their bolters. We have the terrain glitching out because I am on medium graphical details. Yeah, it doesn't like medium shadow settings, so sometimes it's a bit odd. That's the Assault Marines there. Or Plague Marines, even. It's almost like they've got gas masks with the whole sort of pitch black eyes, but I don't know. Malignant Plague Caster that I didn't actually use because I forgot to buy him in the last in the actual game itself. I also forgot to save the replay, so I'm going to have to try and get I'm going to have to play another game with the Death Guard just to actually get a thumbnail, which is kind of annoying. Ooh, that's actually that sort of bolter ammo strip there is actually animated. Say hello to the. I'm guessing you're going to be the icon of despair. Yes, you are. So what's he then? That's just a standard Plague Marine. Then you got the Sigil of Decay. God, I'm terrible at controlling the camera. But yes, and of course you've got the Feral Titan, which you are going to be familiar with if you've ever played Chaos Space Marines. So yeah, that's really about it. That's all I can think of to do at the moment. I could do a Scourge Incubator over there, and we've got the Scourge Generator, which does have a little bit particles coming out of it. It's all very nice. And by nice, I mean absolutely horrific, but, you know, Nurgle. And the Scourge Incubator, which does not spawn Scourge from StarCraft, it just gives you extra power. It's all very nurgly. But yeah, that's about all I can... Oh yeah, and I forgot the botfly, didn't I? It's basically a land speed of Tempest, except it's got las cannons on the side. The las cannons can only fire at air, because it's not on like sponsons or anything like that. But yeah, if you have a problem with aircraft, that's your that's pretty much your main counter. So I'm not going to show off all the relic units. I will A, be here all day, and B, well, you might as well discover some of it for yourself. So yeah, that is it for today. So thank you very much for watching this whole thing. If you didn't just skip to the end. And until next time, I have been Caldaris. Goodbye.